Hello. Last session, we were talking about being unique and working out why this message is important to you, why you bringing this message in the first place, and why now. I want to take that to the next step. So you've got this message kind of in your head. And my question is, who's it going to? Who is your ideal audience? And what do they want to hear? What's the transformation that you are offering through your message? Les Brown very famously said, don't let what you want to say get in the way of what your audience needs to hear. So from that wonderful quote, who is the person you're talking to? And what is the transformation they are after? And how do you provide it? So that's going to be the real set of questions for this week. Who is it you're talking to? Now, if you've been around me for any length of time, you'll know that this is really crucial. Because when you have worked out that one person, you know who you're speaking to. Your message is laser focused. It's laser focused with them in mind. Their thoughts, their words. What is it that they do? Where is it that they are stuck? What is it that they want to achieve? And with the language that you know they use to describe both, the sort of language that they use generally, you can take them from one place to the next. That is the transformation you are offering. And that has to be very clear when you come to pitch for a speaking gig. An organizer, an event manager wants to know who your audience is. Is it somebody that is it an event that they're organizing? Because if your target audience is not who they want to organize a presentation for, then you're not going to be a right fit. Again, clarity on who you are speaking to. Who is your target audience? And then clarity on the transformation you bring. Again, your event manager is going to be thinking, is this something my audience want to hear? Remember who and what they want to transform. What is the transformation that you bring? Now, when you can get that distilled down to 30 words or less, then you have got a phenomenally clear, laser precise target. Not only the person, but also the transformation. I'll give you an example of this. I had a CEO come to me 10 days before a big pitch. This is a lady who's in charge of an NGO, and she had the opportunity for pitching in front of a group, a consortium, who had the opportunity to fund what she was doing. So I said to her, what does your audience want to hear? And she said, you mean, what do I want to tell them? Well, no. What do they want to hear? Oh, I don't know. I didn't think of that. What's in it for me principle. So we had to do a little bit of tweaking, quite a lot of tweaking from her perspective. It was around sandalwood production. So I said, well, are you having any sandalwood oil diffusing? No. Oh, that's a possibility, don't you think? A wonderful opportunity to get people with that extra sensory input. Oh, I said, have you got any samples of sandalwood that people can literally feel, have that tangible, again, sensory input? It adds to the memory of what you're speaking about. Okay, hadn't thought of that one. The reason I'm mentioning this is because if you are on a physical platform and you're one of a number on the platform, how is what you say going to stand out when the audience goes home at the end of the day? Why are you unique? What's the transformation? And have you got something tangible to take away? Now, the tangibility might be a smell that's anchored in the talk, so that next time they smell sandalwood, be it from soap or a perfume or something, that memory is sparked. This is what I regularly talk about with this sticky phrase. When you're doing it orally, and if you're doing a virtual one, then you are going to be relying on those sticky phrases, the things that people remember you for. Catchphrases, if you will. For this lady, there was the sensory element. When I did a talk about the 5 love languages, I was one of 5 speakers. And I left a little wooden heart on everybody's chair. And I encouraged them at the end of the evening to write on one side what their love language was, and then flip it over and their partner to write their love language on the other side. So that was a tangible reminder of the whole event, and particularly my bit, because they got something to take away, and it was talking about gifts. So what is going to be something that will be unique to you, that will stand out in your audience's memory? Is it something physical? If you're in person, I highly recommend it. If it's something, if you're doing a virtual presentation, what are those sticky phrases? Maybe you've got something that you can show them, a visual that is special to you, something that's going to anchor in your words. Have a think about that, because that will start to anchor. I keep using that word for a reason. Anchor in your uniqueness with the transformation that you offer. Remember last week we said that there can be a number of different people speaking about your topic. So how are you going to stand out? Have something tangible, have some sticky phrases, have a catchphrase, a byline, something clearly showing the transformation that you take people on from their perspective, why it's important for them. This week, get all those assets together, and next session we're going to be talking about how to employ those regularly and consistently. So again, recapping, be very clear on the person you're talking to, what the transformation is that sitting through your talk will bring them. That way you can pitch to an event manager. If you can get that refined to 30 words or less, so much better, because an event manager will love you for it because they don't have to pick out all the fluff. That is your primary goal for this week. And as you're thinking about the transformation, remember the people that you're talking to will have a language. They'll have certain words that they latch on to. Identify what those are. If you can include those in a catchphrase, in a byline, in a tagline, then you are speaking so clearly and in a standout fashion. Who are you speaking to? What's in it for me? What is the transformation? Because remember, Never let what you want to say get in the way of what your audience needs to hear. Looking forward to seeing your information coming back to me. Do DM me or put it in the group. What has been your takeaway from today? Who's your person? What are the tangible things that you can leave them with? For now, bye from me.